Alright, what's up guys? Brian here, and this is my Royal Rumble recap and my thoughts on the entire event. I'm just going to make a quick recap of who won the matches, and give my thoughts on these matches. We started off with the kickoff show. It was a six-man tag team cruiserweight match. It was Lince Dorado, Gran Metalik, and Kalisto defeating Gentleman Jack Gallagher, TJP, and Drew Gulak. This was an okay match. I mean, it was basically a cruiserweight tag match. Sorry about that, guys. It was basically a cruiserweight tag match that you would see on Raw or 205 Live. Nothing really special. Kalisto, Lince Dorado, and Gran Metalik picked up the victory. Hopefully, with this new 205 Live GM being named, Kalisto, Metalik, and Dorado, they want to be, when that person makes the decision as to what's going to be with the Cruiserweight Championship, they're probably going to want to have their names put as far as who's going to be champion. We had the Revival defeating the Good Brothers, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, in a tag team match. Basically, the Revival took a little bit out of the Undisputed Era's Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly's playbook from NXT TakeOver Philly the night before, from last night, and they kind of used that strategy of working on Carl Anderson's leg, and that's what kind of helped them win over Anderson and Gallows. So, big victory for the Revival, gaining a bit of revenge from what happened this past Monday night on the Raw 25th anniversary. We had Bobby Roode defending the U.S. title in an open challenge. I thought it was going to be Dolph Ziggler that would accept the challenge, but it was Mojo Rawley, who Bobby Roode, if you remember, defeated in that U.S. title tournament a few weeks ago. And he answered the challenge, Mojo did, and basically it was nothing really, nothing special. Bobby Roode, of course, retained the championship with the Glorious DDT, or a version of it, and it was really nothing special about that matchup. So, moving on to the main show itself, we started off with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn challenging AJ Styles for the WWE Championship in a 2-on-1 handicap match. This one was okay. Of course, Owens and Zayn had the advantage, being 2-on-1, but Styles fought back and picked up the win, but a little bit of controversy in that match because of the fact that I don't think that Owens and Zayn, or Owens was the legal man. They showed after the match, they showed the replay of Owens on the ring apron. Styles was holding Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn was trying to make the tag, and didn't even look like they made a tag before Styles dumped Zayn outside the ring. Owens came in, tried to hit the pop-up powerbomb, but Styles countered into a pin. 1, 2, 3. So Styles is still the WWE Champion. However, afterwards, backstage, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens confronted Shane McMahon, the commissioner of SmackDown Live, about that. Did he see what happened? And Shane used their saying, "Yep." So obviously, we'll have to wait and see what happens with this whole situation this Tuesday night on SmackDown Live. Let's see. We had the Usos defending the SmackDown Tag Team titles against Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin in a 2-out-of-3 falls match. The first fall of this matchup I thought was incredible. A lot of pinfall attempts, a lot of close calls as far as, whether the Usos were going to win or Gable and Benjamin were going to win on certain occasions and this was only in the first fall. But the Usos got the first fall, and then Benjamin and Gable, they hit moves on both members of the Usos, but in the end it was the Usos scoring the win in the second fall, so back-to-back falls for the Usos that allowed them to retain their SmackDown Tag Team Championships. What's going to happen next as far as, who's going to be next in line for a shot at those SmackDown Tag titles, we'll have to wait and see on Tuesday night on SmackDown to see what happens there. We had the Men's Royal Rumble match, which had a couple of surprise entrances, like the NXT champion Andrade Cien Almas, Rey Mysterio, the Hurricane. Let's see, who else? I got the list right here. And Dolph Ziggler, or Adam Cole as well, Dolph Ziggler, just to name a few. Those were the only surprise entrances that they had in this matchup. Sami Zayn took out Ty Dillinger, who was supposed to come in at number 10, but Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens beat down Ty Dillinger when backstage, and Zayn took his place, so obviously that's going to lead to something. It came down to Nakamura and Roman Reigns as the final two, and fans booed Reigns when he was trying to eliminate Nakamura, but they were chanting for Nakamura during that match, during that part, and Nakamura eliminated Roman Reigns to win the 2018 Royal Rumble, and he is going to be going to WrestleMania, and he made his choice tonight as he'll be challenging the WWE Champion. As of right now, that is AJ Styles. So if Styles can hold on to the title until WrestleMania, we will get the AJ Styles Shinsuke Nakamura match at WrestleMania. So it'll be interesting to see if Styles can hold on to that title and defend it against Nakamura at WrestleMania. In what's going to be a huge matchup. Which then brings us to the Raw Tag Title match. Sheamus and Cesaro, once again, your Raw Tag Team Champions. They defeated Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan. They did an angle in this match where they took out Jordan, where he couldn't continue, and that left Rollins all by himself. And that was pretty much it for the unlikely tag team of Rollins and Jordan, as Sheamus and Cesaro, they would go on to win and regain for, I believe, the fourth or fifth time, the Raw Tag Team titles. So big victory for Sheamus and Cesaro. And so basically that was pretty much it for that one. I'm sorry if I'm rambling a little bit. We had the triple threat match for the Universal Championship. It was Brock Lesnar defending against Braun Strowman and Kane. This one was a very physical triple threat match. Lesnar would wind up putting both Strowman and Kane through both announce tables, and then in the end, he hit Kane with an F5, and that is what it was enough for Brock Lesnar to retain the Universal Championship. No surprise there. I kind of knew he was going to win. I kind of figured that because, like I said in my prediction, that their plan is for Lesnar and Reigns for WrestleMania, so it really didn't matter who they would have put in there against Lesnar. Lesnar would have won regardless. And that brings us to the Women's Royal Rumble, the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match, where the winner, and just like, and they did announce during the pre-show that the winner of both the Men's Royal Rumble and the Women's Royal Rumble would have their choice of who they wanted to face at WrestleMania. And this one featured a lot of surprise entrances, a lot of women that were on the Raw 25th anniversary this past Monday. Trish Stratus, Kelly, Michelle McCool, Jacqueline, Tori Wilson, the Bellas. But some women that were not on the Raw 25th anniversary, like Vicky Guerrero, Lita, Beth Phoenix, who else? I'm trying to think who else was on there. Kairi Sane, NXT Women's Champion Ember Moon was on there. Was in the Women's Royal Rumble match. Sasha Banks, who is currently a part of the Raw brand. She had a very memorable night in this Royal Rumble match, lasting, I believe, over 50-some minutes. And she started out at number 1. Her and Becky Lynch were 1 and 2. It came down to Asuka and Nikki Bella as the final 2. They both went over the top rope, but they ended on the ring apron, and Asuka kicked Nikki Bella's legs out from under her, and that is what helped Asuka win the first ever Women's Royal Rumble. She now gets to choose which title she wants to go for at WrestleMania. But wait, there's more. A lot of rumored to be coming to WWE. Ronda Rousey made an appearance at the Royal Rumble after the match. She made an appearance. She got in the ring. She pointed to the WrestleMania sign. She then looked at Alexa Bliss, Charlotte, and Asuka, who were all in the ring. She wanted to shake Asuka's hand, and Asuka just pushed her hand away, and then she would leave the ring. Once again, before she left, she would point at the WrestleMania sign again, and then she would go around the ring, slap everybody's hand. She would shake hands with Stephanie McMahon, who was at ring on commentary. So one big question, what's going to happen now as far as this whole women's title match at WrestleMania situation is going to be? How is that going to... we know Asuka won the first ever Women's Royal Rumble, but now with Ronda Rousey in the picture, she wants to be in WrestleMania. What does that mean? Obviously, she's signed with them now, so it'll be interesting to see what happens in the coming weeks and months leading up to WrestleMania. So, my overall thoughts on the Royal Rumble event tonight. I really enjoyed I enjoyed the Rumble a little bit. I didn't think it was better than last year, but it was an okay event. I really thought that both Royal Rumble matches were great. I was glad to see Nakamura win. I was glad to see Asuka win, even though she was a heavy favorite. I was surprised to see Ronda Rousey, even though I knew that they wanted to bring her in. But every match turned out great. I really enjoyed it. If you guys watched the Royal Rumble, let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments below. This has been my review of what took place tonight at the Royal Rumble event. So with that being said, I am Brian, and thank you for watching.